it will be done in 22.6 plus minus 21.3 hours. Okay, so I can then manage the expectation of my customer much better when I give them this range rather than something very, very accurate, which is scientifically incorrect. Okay. So this is where it comes in, and let us look at this. So also program evaluation review technique. So can we have Vinay? Can you read this?
Yes. Program evaluation and review technique, also known as three-time estimates, used for time and cost estimating when it is difficult to arrive at an estimate due to the lack of knowledge or experience. Arrives at an estimate using a weighted average to reduce the risk. Formula for PERT is optimistic plus 4 into most likely plus pessimistic by 6. Standard deviation equal to P minus O by 6.
Okay. Now here is activity. Here is a project which has got 3 activities, 1, 2, and 3. Optimistic, most likely, pessimistic durations are given. So you have to find out the per duration. You can find out the standard deviation, which in this case works out to 198 is the PERT. 30 plus 116 plus 52 is 198. And the standard deviation of the individual activities have been worked out. But what is the standard deviation of the PERT? Can I simply add up the standard deviations of these activities? Will that be correct?
No.
Yeah. So if you remember, how many of you remember the formula for standard deviation from class 8? What is the formula for standard deviation?
P minus O by 6.
P minus O by 6.
No, this is P
Square
minus
root
O
of
ये
variance.
है, PERT का है. क्लास 8 में
Square
जो
root of
statistics
variance.
में सिखाया था. Class 8 या class 9, wherever they would have taught you some statistics, right?
Sir, it should be square root of variance.
Square root of variance, absolutely. So the formula is, I will make a box here and then put it in. So this is the box. So it is the standard deviation. So standard deviation of a scatter diagram is under root summation of variances. So you know you had that scatter diagram and you measured from the best fit, you measured the variations and then you did the summation of variances and you took an under root of that and that was your standard deviation. But there is also another formula which says that variance is equal to standard deviation square. Okay. So what you now do, the individual standard deviations, you square them and you get the variance. Okay. You add up the variances and you take the square root and you get 14.1. Okay. So then you can say that there is 68% assurance that the project will take 183 to 212 days. That is 198 plus minus 14.1. Or there is 95.46% assurance that it will take 198 plus minus twice 14.1. Okay, 169.8 to 226.2 days. And similarly, you can work out for 99% and so on. Okay. So that takes us to the next homework. Just a minute. So the next homework is Okay, just a minute. Let me flash it for you. Yeah. So this one with the lag is there at page 279. Question number 5, converting a bar chart into a network is also there. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा हिल गया है. This printing, they have made a mistake. Anyway, but you can understand what it is. This is K. Okay. Then you have the standard deviation. This becomes the problem. Again, there's some, it is hill gaya hai. The formatting has gone bad. Anyway, so you have to find out per duration and standard deviation for A, B, and C, and what is the time range at 68% confidence level. Okay. And then there is another one, which is this one. Okay. Here they're asking at 95% confidence level, which means it is, if it is 95% confidence level, how many standard deviations will you take, plus minus?
Two standard
Two
deviations.
standard deviations.
Two standard deviations. Okay. So these are two problems. This one has got slightly, formatting has gone bad when they were printing it. Because I send them the Word file and then they convert it into a PDF. Okay. Fine. Now, we just do a few more slides before we finish. And then we'll talk about the homework. We are slightly behind schedule. Okay. So monitoring project schedule. Arnima, can you read that?
Yes, sir. Monitoring the project schedule. Monitoring the project helps the project manager to control it and keep the project from going over the deadlines. Progress monitoring strategy and process must be in place during the initial phases of the project itself and should include tracking the project on the network, taking regular feedback from the team, having regular reviews with the team on the project success, documentation process for project progress reporting, using some project reporting tools for every team member to log on the progress. An useful tool that may be used is that of exception reporting and having a recovery plan in place.
Okay, so normally what happens is that there is a plethora of data that comes to you. So normal data can keep coming. What you should do is you should ask your team members that whenever there is an exception, they should report that exception separately as an email. Okay, while the data is being sent, this exception portion should be sent separately as a highlighting it as a separate email. That is how your recovery plan can work. Okay, continue.
Manage the duration, controlling the project schedule issues. The critical path, every overrun of an activity will result in project overrun. The actual situation, during planning the number of uncertainties are large and they reduce during execution. There is need to process new information into the schedule. For example, we may get an inexperienced team or we may have overlooked a dependency. The effect of these need to be factored into the schedule. Uncertain paths and potential risks. Non-critical activities too need to be monitored as delay beyond the slack or float may lead to project delay. Scope creep. Many small changes, if permitted, may end up delaying schedule, cost, overruns, and or quality. Monument building. When a lot of professionals are allowed to do their own things, things are never good or elaborate enough. However, principles of project-based working is that you have to deliver the agreed scope, no more and no less. External dependencies. These are outside the PM's sphere of influence. They are included in the schedule, but every assumption or condition must be monitored separately to provide countermeasures. Application, set up control systems for the schedule, process actual events in the schedule, compare actual progress with baseline. Managing the schedule. What would you do if your project is behind schedule? Crash and or fast track critical path activities to reduce the project's end date. Fast tracking. Overlap work normally done sequentially. For example, order equipment before design finalized. Critical path activities are carried out in parallel to accelerate the project and date. Fast tracking requires much more control and coordination. Risky due to possibility of rework.
Pretty much obvious. Now look at crashing.
Crashing, extra resources added to critical path activities to reduce their duration. Activities that will cost minimum to crash should be selected first. Use more overtime or faster worked materials, costs likely to increase. Crashing possible only up to a point. Law of diminishing returns.
Okay, so what is the law of diminishing returns? Anyone? What is the law of diminishing returns? Has anybody heard of it?
Yes, heard of it, but don't remember.
Okay. What is the law of diminishing return? Anyone else? Okay, look at the board. So let's clean up the board. You see, what happens is in class 4 or 5, we were taught that if one man builds a wall in 10 days, how many days will 10 men take to build the same wall? You remember? So what was your answer?
One.
What was your
1 day.
answer? 1 day.
1 day.
But in real life, that is not true. In real life, that is not true because of the law of diminishing returns. Okay. So let us assume that you have got rasgullas on the x-axis and you have got satisfaction on the y-axis. And now these are your units. Now the first rasgulla gives you this much of satisfaction, very high. The second rasgulla gives you additional satisfaction, but not as much as the first one. The third rasgulla gives you some more satisfaction, but not as much as the first or the second. The fourth rasgulla is actually not giving you any additional satisfaction. The fifth rasgulla, you are now getting a stomachache. And the sixth rasgulla, you are looking for the washroom. So what has happened is your satisfaction was increasing at an increasing level. Then it was increasing at a decreasing level. Then dy by dx became 0. And then dy by dx became negative. Okay. Now, instead of rasgullas, I can say labor. And instead of satisfaction, I can say productivity. So up to the third extra labor, I was getting additional productivity. But when I added this fourth chap, I am not getting any extra productivity because they're going to come into each other's way. And here they were going to actually start interfering with each other and my productivity will go down. So therefore, if I have to add additional resources, I should only add resources up to this point. In this range, I should add additional resources. Anything beyond this, I should not add additional resources because I will add to cost, but I will not add to productivity. So therefore, that problem of class 4 or class 5 is in real life not true or not correct. Okay. So we will have a problem like this for your homework. Okay. So now let us look at homework. Okay. So we had seen this. We have this crashing problem at page 381. So what was our homework? Our homework was question number 4 at 379. Please somebody put it down in the chat. Question number 4 at page 379. Question number 5 at page 380. Question number 1 and 2 at page 381, and also the crashing problem. Please note that crashing should be done only up to the point where you are getting additional return. So here, from the original 4, if you bring it down to 2, your cost goes up from 10,000 to 14,000 crashed costs. That means how much is the crashing cost per week? How much is the crashing cost per week for A? Oh, sorry, you can't see it. I'm not, just a minute. Let me show it to you. Okay, can you see the PDF?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Page 381. So you have this crashing problem where you have activity A, which is going from 4 weeks to 2 weeks, and the cost goes up from 10,000 to 14,000. So what is your crashing cost per week?
2,000. 2,000.
2,000. That's right.
Per week.
What is the crashing cost per week for B? It has gone from 6 to 5, but the cost has gone up from 30,000 to 42,500.
12,500.
12,500.
12,500. Okay, now let us look at E. From 40,000, it has gone up to 52,000. From 7 weeks, it has come down to 5 weeks. So what is your crashing cost per week?
6,000.
6,000. Okay. For F, it has gone down from 8 to 3 weeks. Your crashing cost has gone up. Your normal cost has gone up from 20,000 to 29,000. So what is the crashing cost per week?
4,500.
No.
3,000 per week. 3,000.
No.
1 point something. 1.5. 1.4.
Something, yeah.
1,800 per week. 1,800.
Sorry. Yeah.
29 minus 20, that's
Yeah,
9,000. Divided by
5.
8 minus 3, that is 5.
Yeah.
So 9 divided by 5 is 1,800. Okay. So obviously what you should crash should be in the critical path, firstly. There is no point crashing something which is not in the critical path. Okay. And you should crash whatever is the cheapest to crash. There is no point crashing something which is more expensive. So let us say that the cheapest was, if let us, in this case, C is the cheapest, but you can crash it only by 1 week. Okay, if it was in the critical path, so that you have to first find out whether it is in the critical path. So you should do 1 week of this, which is 1,500 rupees, and the second week of this, which is 1,800 rupees. provided C is in the critical path. So first you have to make this network, find out the critical path, and then find out which is the cheapest in the critical path, and whether it is possible to do 2 weeks of that, and accordingly you will crash it. So this is the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Plus, in addition to this, you have quiz number 2. Okay. In addition to this, you will have quiz number 2. So quiz number 1 we have already done. You will have quiz number 2. You will also have, you will have quiz number 2 only. Okay. You will have quiz number 2. Fine. So see you tomorrow at 9:30. See you tomorrow at 9:30.
Okay, see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.